like one network, right, on Facebook, right, there's over like 150 million users. On Plaxo, there's like over 20 million users. Now, we just want our one little small pie of our raving fans, to speak with, to communicate with, to join the conversation. So let me ask, why would someone want to have you in their network? David? Why would someone want you to be in their network?
Usually, if you get in touch with you, they know you.
Okay, if they know you, be in touch with you, why else? Sharon?
You have to be unique so that they want to come to you.
I like to have unique, have something to offer, something to bring to the table. What else? Why would someone want you in their network?
Because of the people you have in your network.
Curious about you, I like that one. What was that, Jennifer?
Because of the people that you have in your network.
Okay, because of the people you bring in your network. Is it possible to help somebody even when you don't get any direct benefit? Sure. Right? So if we want people to be part of our network, we need to look at why someone would want to be a part of us. Maybe we have some of the common affiliations. But if we don't tell people what we're part of, they won't know. Maybe we belong, to Toastmasters. Maybe you belong to a college that has a big alumni network, right? But you have to share those on your network for people to join, right? Do people like to stay and connect with people they have things in common with?
Sure.
Right? Like maybe you have the same sports interests. Maybe you have the same club interests. You have to start sharing some of those things on there if you want people to connect with you. Remember, your network is going to grow. Your network's going to grow with people that you may not know yet. That's one of the biggest, best things about social networking. It's not specific to one location anymore. It's not specific to you have to be at a cocktail party. You can now connect with people, but make real connections. Having a friend count of 2,000 people that you don't know isn't going to get you any business, and you're not adding value into those 1,999 people in your network, right, if you only know one of them. So you have to do it. I actually asked one of our friends. He's a master networker. He's awesome. Very good traditional networker. He's awesome on the phone. He'll send cards on dates that I have no idea on, like on a success. He'll send even out on your anniversary of a success, saying, hey, I remember last year you had a great sale. Just wanted to congratulate you. He's a master at traditional networking. And I said, hey, Mark, why don't you share some of those stories? Why don't you bring some of that into your social network? He's like, yeah, well, I don't really see the point. I said, let me ask you a question this way. What one thing do you do best? It doesn't have to be business related. I want everyone to think about that and put that down on your paper. What one thing do you do best? And he said, I do have an odd skill. I got an odd skill that I like to share. He belongs to the Porsche Owners Club. Young guy, but belongs to the Porsche Owners Club. Races on the weekends. He said, what I do really well? I negotiate car leases for those people in my clubs. Sometimes it's Audis, sometimes it's Porsches. He has a great network of salesmen throughout here, all in Southern California. He's not in car sales, by the way. He's a real estate investor, does investments all across the country. I said, why don't you share some of those stories, how you've helped people? He's like, okay. He helped my wife get her Audi. He does a great job. He started sharing some of those stories in his network. So hence, a lot of people in the club, are on his network. A lot of people talk to him about that. Now, he's a real estate investor, though. So how does that possibly help him? Well, he was always adding value to his network. Now, he doesn't take any money for doing this negotiation. He saves people thousands of dollars in minutes. He just does it to be nice. He's adding value to his network with his particular talent. Well, it came to a time where he needed something. He actually had a big investment out of state in Louisiana. He needed $75,000 in 24 hours. Pretty big amount to have to raise, right? So he said, I'm going to hit up some people in my network. So he did. He reached out to the people. Now, it wasn't everyone who was in his network, but he got $80,000 in 20 hours. One was from his network, and one of the people he had helped the card said, oh yeah, I know someone who'd like to invest. And they put him in touch with someone. Again, that person didn't get a direct benefit. But because he added value, because he shared something that he was really good at, he was able to have people attracted to him. Now that's what you got to think about. It may not be something directly related to real estate, but you can share something of value, you can share a skill you have with your network, and people will want to join. They'll want to find the people you're connected with. Do you think he's part of the Porsche Owner Club? Do you think those people have a pretty high net worth?
Yeah.
Do you think people want to join his network? Yeah. Now he doesn't let anybody into his network. You have to start a relationship with him before you get in. So think about that. There's a little exclusivity. You're going to have people really want to be compelled to join you. So let's talk about the fastest growing networks. The fastest growing social networks or social sites out there. What are some of the ones that people have heard about? We had some people raise their hands earlier, so what's going on? What are fastest growing networks?
Twitter is the hot number right now.
Twitter is hot. I will agree. Twitter is a big hot button. You see it on CNN. You see it on CNN Today. You see it on, the draft is coming up. The NFL draft is coming up. Favorite date of mine. I always find it entertaining. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We're about to see how that one Twitter shakes out. What else? Twitter's one. Facebook. Facebook is probably LinkedIn. Facebook, LinkedIn, Plaxo. By the way, Facebook's the biggest of the biggest. It's over 150 million active users. Is that a big market, by the way, at 150 million? By the way, there's a great part. Anyone know one of the great features? There's lots of great ones. But what's a great part about Facebook that doesn't apply maybe to Google or Yahoo or a lot of the big search engines out there? What do people have to do at Facebook that they don't do everywhere else?
Sign in and sign up and be allowed in.
Sign in. Oh, I know. They got to sign in. They got to fill out these profiles. They got to fill out these profiles. Now, there's at least 10 different must-do items that you have to do on Facebook in order to be successful. 10. There's probably actually about 37 that James and I recommend total, but there's a 10 at a minimum. Let's cover 2 of them. Number 1, you're on your profile. And Jennifer's here today, and we had a nice conversation. Jen, I'm not throwing you on the bus. This is a good
I
conversation.
told everybody.
Okay, good. Jennifer of the real estate. Okay, and if you saw us going back and forth on our walls on Facebook, here's what I said. It says she didn't have her phone number on your profile. Number 1, you have to have your phone number. By the way, someone said to me, James, we were teaching another class last week, and he said, I don't want people calling me on my personal phone. I said, then put your business phone. That's what it's there for. Facebook to James and I, it's all business. Yeah, we got some personal stuff. But put your phone number. Because here's the point, right? Now, Jennifer, because James and I are with the real estate book, so we have a relationship. So while it was a little bit of a hassle for me to go to my Outlook, open up my contacts, find Jennifer's phone number, and call her, because we had to talk about the upcoming issue and what was going on, I was willing to do that because we had a relationship. Now, if I didn't have a relationship with her, do I want to do that?
No.
No, I'm going to go to the next one that's easier. People are, can we all agree people are a little bit lazy? And on the internet, are you always one click away from a better deal or something else?
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely you are. That's why Amazon and people like that have a one-click buy. They got to get you now. Okay? Got to get you now. You have to make it easy. Okay? So, phone. That's absolutely the number 1 thing you have to have.